Mount Buller is the destination for the riders on Stage 4 of the Jayco Herald Sun Tour at the end of a 106km stage that is sure to test Jai Hindley and the riders at the top of the general classification. The riders will take on the climb of Tolmai after 44km before heading down the Mount Buller road towards the final climb, which is the best part of 17km long at an average of 6%, with the steeper section of Hell Corner towards the top rearing up over 13%. Some more familiar names in the early breakaway as we set off this morning, and after some terrible cramps stopped him short yesterday, Ben Hill was back on the offensive at the first intermediate sprint of the day after 21km, provisionally reclaiming his sprints jersey from Alberto Dainese, whose second place yesterday saw him take over the green jersey. Team Sunweb were assembled en masse at the front of the peloton to keep their yellow jersey Hindley in good shape up until the final climb. Also in the day's 8-man move were Jonas Rutsch of EF Pro Cycling, Ben Perry of Israel Startup Nation, David Williams of Cordamentha, Michael Rice of ARA Pro Racing, Conor Murtagh of Oliver's Real Food Racing, Ethan Batt of Black Spoke, and Ben Hill's teammate at Bridge Lane, Aidan Tuvey. With Rutsch at 2 minutes and 32 seconds on GC, the bunch were vigilant to keep the time gap manageable, never more than about 3 minutes and 30 seconds, as Ben Hill claimed another maximum at the second intermediate sprint with 29km to go. As we hit the foot of Mount Buller, we soon saw riders starting to get dropped both from the peloton and the breakaway, now only 3 riders out front in the form of Rutsch, Perry and Tuvey. It was always going to be a tough ask for them to stay away from the motivated group of favourites behind, and when we got hold of live pictures again with 2.3km to go, we saw fresh attacks coming from behind. James Piccoli of Israel Startup Nation was up the road, and in hot pursuit was Simon Yates. He had his teammate Dion Smith positioned as a go-between, with Rutsch still in the mix after the rest of his breakaway companions had drifted back. Piccoli was on the final switchbacks with a kilometre to go, some terribly steep ramps to contend with for the talented young Canadian, but behind, white jersey Seb Berwick saw the opportunity in the gradient, launching his attack from third wheel, a move that Hindley had to cover, with the St George rider only 6 seconds behind him on GC. Yates was quickly overtaken as the 2 protagonists, followed by Jesse Hewitt of Team Sapura, drove their way up the hill. Berwick was applying as much pressure as he could muster as they caught Piccoli with 500 metres to go, the stage win as well as the overall now on the line. The pair were locked together until the last 150 metres or so, where Hindley made his move, nudging up on the inside and getting ahead as we came in towards the barriers. There was not a whole lot to separate them by the top, but the yellow jersey Hindley made it stick and crossed the line first to crown a momentous week in his young career. This is your top 10, with Jay Vine and Hewitt climbing well to get ahead of a clutch of World Tour riders, including former overall winner Damien Howson, who wasn't able to follow the big move when it went. A lot of pressure on this man at the start of the day, but he shouldered it with style. Clearly the strongest rider on the climbs, with 2 big mountains conquered this week. His advantage is up to 10 seconds on Berwick, who continues to impress at only 20 years of age. Howson is down to 3rd ahead of Nielsen Paulus, while James Oram climbs into the top 10 after a bad day on the climb for Jimmy Whelan. With just the criterium in Melbourne to conclude the race tomorrow, it's looking likely that Jay Hindley will win this title, but it's never over till it's over. See you tomorrow for Stage 5.